Egypt's Ramy Ashour has been heralded the great hope of modern squash. He's been a world champion, a world number one, and he's climbed back from the despair of serious injury. There isn't much that hasn't been said about this mercurial young man, so here he is in his own words.
I started playing squash when I was 6 years old. My dad was the first one who introduced me to the game. And from the first second I held the racket in my hands, I started feeling, comfortable, and I started feeling attracted to this atmosphere in general, So I just from day one I just stepped into it, and I started having so much passion to the game. My dad was the reason I found my passion for the thing which has changed my life. Well, my junior career actually was very interesting, because it had a lot of ups and a lot of downs as well. The ups part was me, fighting and winning 2 consecutive World Opens back to back, and that was something I'm very proud of. But the down part was that whilst I was dreaming about winning the world champion and thinking about being a world champion and bringing a big tournament back to my country and to myself as well, I got an ACL and a meniscus. I had to do a meniscus and ACL operation, and eventually I went to Germany to do it, and it was kind of painful and it was very hard. And the harder part was struggling from coming back. It was a master scene in my life. Actually, I thought I was not going to play squash again, and a lot of doctors told me so until I went to Germany, and they started giving me hope again. And I played for 1.5 years with a brace in my leg, and actually I won some quite good tournaments with that brace. And that period in my life taught me how to think more than to depend on my physical abilities, and how to use my hands more, how to be more accurate and more sharp. It really was very beneficial for me. After finishing the operation 1.5 years, after wearing the brace, I went to the World Open Pakistan. I won the first one, and then 2 years later I won the other one in New Zealand. I mean, my childhood wasn't the most heavenly childhood like any other kid. I was sacrificing a lot of things. I never saw my friends a lot. I was always just studying and taking lessons and going in the very early morning to my squash coach and doing fitness. And then at night again, I'm doing a lot of squash, a lot of training, and I keep going. And I was still going to school as well. So my life wasn't that pretty when I was young. So I sacrificed a lot of things. Sometimes when you get into something too much and too deep, especially like squash, it has so much details, and it's a very, very deep game. It might look a bit easy from the outside, but there's a lot of details, a lot of angles. The game is the game of inches, basically. Something about me, I used to eat dust when I was young. Seriously, I used to go on the balcony of I don't know why, but this is kind of weird. I used to see this dust on the balcony. I used to taste it. It's a bit disgusting, but this is something that no one would ever tell you about, and this is something. I don't know if it's interesting or disgusting, but no, this was me when I was young. But I've stopped doing this. This doesn't mean that it's healthy, and this doesn't make you good at squash. It doesn't improve your drop shots or your lobs or your drives, anything. It's just something a bit mental I was doing when I was young. So, well, I describe myself in 3 words, saying it would be being a perfectionist and simple and moody. Probably simple because I've learned this from my dad. He was always satisfied with everything, whatever he gets, whatever he has in his hands, he's always happy with. And I've seen him do this all the time when I was young, and it kind of makes you feel good. It kind of makes things easier for you in life as well. I would say I'm a perfectionist because I really want to do everything right, in the right place, at the right time, in the right way. It's always very hard, and it's very tiring for my head. And this gets us to the point of being moody. And I've settled down a lot now, but before I used to think about things too much because I want to do them perfect and more than perfect. And this gets me a lot of ups and downs and keeps me shaky, in my mood, to be honest. So, but I'm working on that, and hopefully I can have a naturally stable mood one day.